it's the F Nerd Show, and this is going to be one of the longer trailer videos because I'm going to be talking about Man of Steel. This movie is especially controversial amongst a lot of Superman fans because it's darker. It's trying to take a more Nolanier approach. It's made by Zack Snyder. Now, I have some thoughts about it that I want to say, and I'm going to say some of those thoughts. But first, let's check out a couple of these trailers. I pulled up more than one trailer for this, though, because what I liked what they did with the marketing for this movie is, let me fix my effing cape, man. My cape's falling off. What they did in this movie is they had two father trailers for the teaser. So we're gonna look at the Jonathan Kent trailer first, and then we're gonna look at the Jor-El trailer next. Jonathan Kent played by Kevin Costner. Here we go.
You're not just anyone. One day, you're gonna have to make a choice. You have to decide what kind of man you want to grow up to be. Whoever that man is, good character or bad, he's gonna change the world.
Cool. I do like the Snyder Superman shield. Okay, so now we're going to look at the Russell Crowe Jor-El trailer. I turned it down. It's mostly the same, so it's just the voiceover is different.
You will give the people an ideal to strive towards. They will race behind you. They will stumble. They will fall. But in time, they will join you in the sun. In time, you will help them accomplish wonders.
Man. I gotta see it again. Look at that. I love shots like that, where he's just flying. Okay. Now I'm gonna... Man, you know what sucks? The Superman Returns trailer got me so hype. And that movie is, I think, arguably worse than Man of Steel. But, I kind of like them both about the same amount. But this one's really bringing me down. I'm kind of getting somber. I had coffee, so that made me really jittery. So that made me hype. But now this is making me sad and jittery. Alright, let's go to Man of Steel. The full trailer. Because I had to play this too, because I love this trailer. Now I'm going to talk about the movie. I love this
The
trailer.
world's too big, Mom. Then make it small. Focus on my voice. Pretend it's an island out in the ocean. Can you see it?
I'm gonna cry.
See it?
of us. He saw what Clark did.
You have to keep this side of yourself a secret.
I'm doing this for a thumbnail.
Just let him die?
Maybe.
I have so many questions. Where do I come from?
You just have to decide what kind of man you want to grow up to be, Clark. Whoever that man is, it's going to change the world.
My speaker's about to blow the fudge out after this. Let's see. I love shots like that. They always do them. Oh. Dang it.
My father believed that if the world found out who I really was, they'd reject me. He was convinced that the world wasn't ready. What do you think?
Oh, I do love that. He was convinced the world wasn't ready. What do you think? I'm crying. I cried a little bit. Look, the Man of Steel movie is not bad. There are so many things I do love about it, and kind of what I love about both these trailers are. So the first trailer, or all these trailers, the first trailer I showed was of Jonathan Kent. He's being kind of really like, hey, look, people are going to be a little scared. They're going to be worried about, you gotta really think hard about what you're going to do in this life. What's the kind of man you're going to be? Then you got Jor-El, and Jor-El is saying, hey, you're going to be their leader. You're going to be so good. You're going to be so cool. You're going to save them. They're going to love you. And then in this trailer, the weight, and what I kind of love about these collection of trailers is you do feel the weight, like the weight of, and it's crushing, the weight of the world on Clark. And then I love it. It starts out when he's like, the world's too big, Mom. And then she's like, focus on my voice. Pretend you're on an island. Make it small. I'm crying. But I like it. It's so sad. It's sad, but I like it a lot. That's what I love. And the stuff I love most about it is like, and I think the Zack Snyder movie hits in a way, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but the idea of being an adopted child. Like anytime when they were trying to do like a black Superman, I thought it would be a really cool idea if only Superman was black. Jonathan Kent and Martha Kent are still white, still goes to Kansas, still a farm boy, all this stuff, but he's black. And you just make it that. Only because it's just like the idea of being adopted and like you don't look like your parents. You don't, people are always looking at you weird, always asking questions. And maybe that's just putting it a little bit more on the nose than it needs to be for Superman. I don't know. But I always thought that if I was going to do that, that's the angle I would go at it for. But what I love about Zack Snyder's movie is it is focusing harder on the adoption angle of it, of like, when Jonathan Kent is telling Clark, hey, so this is how I found you. You were on a spaceship, and this is what happened. And he's like, can I just go back to being your son? And he's like, you are my son. You feel that. And also, I really don't want to mention this, but Zack Snyder did have a daughter that he adopted who died before the Zack Snyder Justice League. I'm going to cry again. Dang it. So I think he might have some... I'm not trying to cry too much. I think he has some experience of being like an adopted father and trying to do that and deal with that. So I think maybe he might be touching some of that and that. I don't know. I'm not trying to cry so much for the Man of Steel trailer. The movie is just kind of okay. The destruction at the end is just too much for me. It really does kind of take the air out of any of the hope I felt earlier in the movie and the sort of stuff. Like, I kind of like the idea that was a deeper character dissection of Superman. I do kind of like the idea that was a little bit more somber and darker. But you can't just do all that and then have him not give a flip about all these dead people who are dying at the, drop of a hat. And I mentioned probably in one of my earlier videos, I think for the Shazam video, or yeah, for the Shazam video, when I was talking about David F. Sandberg, how he shows how civilians are interacting with the chaos as, going on in front of them. Not only do they not show that, if you see civilians at all, it's kind of like 9/11, but worse because the buildings are going down way faster because it's two super people and also massive alien spaceships just vaporizing whole buildings and the entire city of Metropolis. So it's like... And then we're supposed to give a flip when Superman's kissing Lois Lane at the end. Like, F you, dude. I'm sorry about that. But I do also... But, that's why I say, like, Man of Steel, it's a solid C for me. And when I say that, I mean it's like 70. And when I say 70, it's like really strong 70. Like, there's so much stuff I so much love, but the last act does take away a little bit from it. But that's why I do appreciate about Batman vs. Superman is it does try to pull back on that, but maybe the kind of Batman vs. Superman is a different story. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I spoke a whole lot about that. I'm not talking about Batman vs. Superman or Justice League. I just want to do the Superman movies. And now I'm caught up on those. So, like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye. I didn't expect to cry.